Chiefs Dynasty. Which one is it? Chiefs Dynasty is over, paused, or reloading? Which one describes it most? Bust out the crystal ball. Is it over?
I think it's over.
Paused or reloading?
Over because the central theme of the Chiefs, and it wasn't even Patrick Mahomes, because one season they weren't good offensively. They were great defensively, but not good offensively. They still won. Patrick Mahomes hasn't been that Patrick Mahomes in 3 years. He's in spurts. He's able to do things in situational football where he's excellent at. I think right now he's the youngest crafty veteran that I've ever seen, because he's not that guy anymore. But situational football, he's electric in situational football. He's gonna find those little nooks and crannies and all these little things to do to be able to position himself to win. The problem is you can't do that long term if that's all you're banking on. Case in point, last season they were unbeatable in one-score games. This season, I don't think they've won a one-score game all year.
It regressed to the mean, like it always does.
But that's the thing, is you can't win long-term doing that. But that's who Patrick Mahomes is now. Yes, he still has a strong arm. He still has a very good command of that offense. But the big thing is Kelce is not the same player he used to be. He can do certain things here and there, but he's not the consistent weapon that's been the constant for Patrick Mahomes this entire run. He is probably going to retire at the end of the year. Probably. If he comes back, it's only going to be for one more season. But he's regressed that much. If he's gone, good luck, Kansas City, because Patrick Mahomes is not the same quarterback that we think he is throughout the entirety of a game. Again, situationally, if you give him the ball back or whatever, do all this stuff, yeah, he can hurt you in those little situations because he can still do that. But throughout the entire game, he hasn't been the same guy in years.
I'm going to say the dynasty is over. I'm with you. And that isn't talking shit. And that isn't even a bold claim, because to have a longer dynasty than the Chiefs' current one, right? 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 wins. Was it 8 straight AFC West? Whatever the number is. A shit
Whatever
ton.
the number is. 9, something like that.
To do more than that never happens in the modern day. It only happened with the Patriots. That sustained longevity, right? Of either winning titles or being in the playoffs regularly or winning a lot, whatever. It took like 4 things that almost never happen, right? A quarterback as good as Brady that played into his 40s, an owner that was young enough to still be on top of everything, a coach that was young enough to still be on top of everything. For the Chiefs to be able to replicate something like that, right? So they have the quarterback that can do it, right? Mahomes is still young enough where he can keep going forever. He doesn't have a style of play that ages as well as Tom Brady, right? Because he still leans on his legs and athletic ability way more obviously than Brady did. That's not going to age like Brady. And the biggest thing I think outside of, like, what do I always say about dynasties, right? Owner, coach, quarterback. The other thing that made the Patriots so goddamn good is they knew their team so well. They knew exactly when it was time to move on. Right? Cash your chips for this player, get some draft picks, and move on. Like, they were so fucking good at that. I don't know if Andy Reid or anyone over there has that same ability, because that was super, super rare. And also, Andy Reid, he's what, 67?
He's no spring chicken. He's not in the best of health.
And he's not like Pete Carroll, who's like still running in circles. Like Andy Reid's like winning hamburger eating contests, you know? Like he's not the healthiest 67. And so again, I don't feel like it's talking shit or even a hot take to say that the Chiefs dynasty isn't paused and isn't reloading. It's over, because that's almost always how it goes. Well, look at you making it to the end of this video. You look like you want more. Go ahead and click the next video. And if you really love it, go ahead and subscribe.